one of the things that was important in the original model that Betty Veldhuis and I designed was this notion that the building blocks that we're talking about now aren't just job design variables. That some of them are kind of objective things you can engineer into a job. For example, you want to make a job more meaningful, you can give people a whole task, rather than little pieces of tasks and so on. But others are what we called interpretive, and they involve interpretive acts of leadership by leaders. So the business about having a clear and compelling vision is one of those things, right? But it's broader than that. So, for example, in terms of meaningfulness, having a non-cynical climate turns out to be crucial. And by that, I mean a climate in which people feel free to talk about their enthusiasms and their values, the things they would really like to accomplish, without being punished by a cynic, without being punished by their enthusiasm. So that's key. Clearly identifying people's passions is obviously another. So if you're going to tap into the passions, you better know what they are, right? And it starts with knowing what your own passions are, right? And then I mentioned whole tasks, and also making sure that the tasks that you give people to work on are relevant for those purposes or that vision that you've laid out for them, right? That it's not all make work. For example, it's not. Well, what we're really up to is inventing the next generation of computers. We're going to change the way people live, right? But most of your day is going to be filling out these stupid things in quadruplicate, okay? I say, but boss, I know it stinks, but you got to do it, and so on, right? And you go, and that is the opposite of empowerment. It's having a life sucked out of you because you're doing something that you don't see any point to. It's meaningless. You have no choice. It's not going to make any progress towards the goal that you can see, and so on. And for that reason, your competence at filling out the forms is not much reward there. Or it's like filling out a report that's going to sit on a shelf, and it's going to sit on a shelf, and so on. So it's important for organizations. And GE was very good at that. Welch at GE was very good at that, eliminating the unneeded work. People often describe that work using four-letter words, and so I won't do that. But it's the make-do stuff, the crazy stuff, the silly stuff. Yeah.
Competence.
Competence. I had better look. See what I said.
Actually,
I know the pieces, but it's kind of remembering them and so on.